welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be telling you all of the things that I have repurchased because these are brands and products that I love so much. I've either needed the exact same thing twice or I wanted the same item but in a different shade, a different color because I love it that much. If you are new to my channel, I hope you take a quick moment to hit that subscribe button down below and don't forget to click the bell and select all because YouTube is being a real bitch to a lot of us smaller YouTubers to see all of the fun, loud, weird, unique videos I put out every single week. I had no idea how many things that I repurchased until recently. I was like, oh, I need to go to the store because I'm about out of this. Or I'm getting low on that and I need a summer shade. And I'm like, there's a lot of things that I adore and apparently can't live without, so I just keep repurchasing them even though there's other great things to try on the market. I still do try other things, but these are like my go-tos that I love. Let's start with the base face because you guys know I kind of like to go in order of the way I put on my face. So the first thing that I love to put on is a primer. I have loved Wet n Wild this year. I feel like they're really stepping up their game in so many ways. So these are two different primers. I have the Photofocus face primer here and then I have the matte face primer. I have reached for these several times. They're both really low. I'm actually trying other things right now, but these are still totally on my radar and things that I have absolutely repurchased just because I can trust it. It doesn't break me out. It's not expensive and it works well with the next item I'm going to be talking about. I know I repurchased these because I just bought a new one for a different shade for summer. Wet n Wild Photofocus Foundation. This is soft beige and this is buff bisque. I've also had a different shade previously because I've repurchased this at least 3 or 4 times. I love this foundation. I think it is amazing. I think you can do like 1 coat of it to have great coverage and then you can do 2 coats of it to have super full coverage. It's like $5 or $6, amazing. I still don't know how Wet n Wild does it. It has such an inexpensive foundation that everyone adores. I love this stuff so much that even in a tiny house, I have duplicates of it. And I'm not sorry because it's amazing. Another foundation that I literally just repurchased today, right before I came in here and sat down and turned on this camera, I was at the store because I ran out of my Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 foundation. Right now I'm obsessed with Light Beige 03. That's my shade currently in the summertime. Before I couldn't really reach for it much because it was a bit too dark for me in like the winter cooler months when I still lived in the Midwest. So I ran out of this morning. So I went out and got a fresh bottle right here in my hot little hand. I could have reached for something else and like I said, I have 2 things of Wet n Wild, but because I feel like this gives a different type of full coverage compared to the Wet n Wild and also the shade's just a bit different, I wanted both in my collection. Not sorry. Drugstore lover right here. The next thing I would be putting on my face is a concealer. I know you guys know I am obsessed with my Colourpop No Filter Concealer. It is so low that today, as I'm filming this, I have an order that is supposed to be delivering today with 2 more of my 16 light shade concealer. I just have gotten to the point that I'm like, I want a backup for this. So again, I'm gonna have duplicates of it in my beauty space. And you know I don't like that unless I love the product because I go through these, maybe it takes about 2 months to go through them, but I love these so much that I know I'm going to keep reaching for this. This is my new Tarte Shape Tape. This is my new concealer for everything. Pimples, I got one right over here. Under the eyes, kind of helping to contour. This is my go-to. I love this so much. And it's so inexpensive. It's $6. Can you see why I bought 2? I mean, why not? The next thing that I do in my makeup routine is powder. What I want to do is powder down then after I put on my concealer because I always want to get my ish together under my eyes. And again, today I just went out and bought this. This is my Coty Airspun. Now I know some of you guys don't like it because a lot of it's fragranced and I've heard some people in my comments say that there is a version that is not fragranced. I've not found that yet, but this is my translucent Coty Airspun and it's getting really low. So I went to my local drugstore here. I've got a Walgreens right down the street and this one is actually the natural, what is it called? This one is called Naturally Natural. I've not tried this one yet, but I thought this would be a great opportunity to, while I still have a little bit of this left, I wanted to try a different shade in my Coty Airspun, but I was getting so low that I was like, I need to repurchase this. I really love this for baking, for setting, for doing a little bit of contour on my nose a bit when I'm doing a little bit of bronzing on it. I love this stuff. I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, but for me, this is fantastic. Bronzers have been my jam this summer. I love them so much. And a lot of you guys know that I have been doing videos a lot talking about the butter bronzer. This was something I discovered last summer. I mean, look at the pan on this. It's insane, right? So this summer I tried a new shade because they had a new lineup, and this is the Sunkissed Bronzer right here. This is the one I'm reaching for all summer long. I've reached for it over and over again. But again, you guys know I already had these. I also bought the Butter collection, and I did a video on that as well. And that is over here, and I can use this now when I travel. You guys saw how much pan I had on this, so I didn't feel bad about buying another one because these are the same shade. So I guess technically I should declutter this since I have this, but this is great for travel. So I love this bronzer so much. And kind of working my way in that same category is after I discovered the butter bronzers, the butter highlighters. I have bought 2 of these. Just a little side step into their next product because these butter highlighters, these are the limited edition ones that I have here in this palette, are amazing. I adore them. I think they do a great like pop on the top of the cheekbones to really give you some bling on your face. But I also love these individuals. I have Pearl and Rose Gold. I've spoken about these a ton because I really love the formula on these. Super creamy. It really works with your skin, and I'm not like a liquid highlight girl. I've had a real struggle with those, but this formula is so similar to the Colourpop formula that I can make this work on the eyes, the face, you name it. I've rebought 2 different kinds, obviously, because they're right here. Speaking of highlighters and drugstore, I'm all up on the drugstore lately. It's a little crazy. I have 2 highlighters here that I discovered last summer and I have started delving back into this summer, and these are my Wet n Wild Mega Glow highlighters. I have Precious Petals and Botanic Dream. These 2 really are universal for kind of any time of year, but I really love them in the springtime, and I'm loving them again for summer. I have them on my shoulders today. I like using it in my inner corner as well. I already hit pan on this one, and I've seen some new ones coming out with Wet n Wild's latest collection, and I was like, I know I love the Mega Glow series, so I might be adding to my collection, and I'm not sorry because this is a formula that I love and trust. I've had some bad highlighters in the past. These are not them. I've mentioned in the past that one of my like Achilles heel, something that I love to buy over and over again, I just give in so easily, is with eyeshadow palettes. And Colourpop has really shown me that they have such amazing palettes that I'm not sorry that I've bought so much of their eyeshadows. I've been loving their eyeshadows. Their formulas are pretty consistent and pretty fantastic. They're like high-end makeup, but on a budget. I am obsessed with them. I love them so much. That's something I can't help but keep buying because a girl needs some fresh looks every now and again, right? So you need a new eyeshadow palette. That makes sense to me. Makes sense to you? I have loved the Real Technique sponges. This one's rather dirty because I've been using it all the time, and this was a recommendation from you guys. When I told you I was looking for something that had a flat edge, you guys said immediately, like so many of you, get the Real Technique sponge, you'll love it. I totally love it. This is probably my 3rd sponge, and I have a backup in my drawer because a girl needs this. This is how you do the whole ish on your face, right? And then setting sprays, again, Wet n Wild, drugstore. This is all really affordable makeup, actually. The Wet n Wild Natural Finish Photofocus is pretty much the setting sprays in general from Wet n Wild. This is my 2nd bottle with them. The first one I got was the matte one. The struggle I had with that was the pump, not the product. With this one, I'm having no issues with the pump or the product. And this is the 2nd time I've purchased their setting sprays because I've trusted them with foundations, primers, eye highlighters. I mean, you name it, I love it. Wet n Wild, we're besties right now. So this is a setting spray. This is the 2nd one I've bought. Love it. And then the last thing I'm actually going to be talking about, I almost forgot these. They're my favorite Lippies. And again, Colourpop is where it's at. I've seen a lot of people lately saying that they're kind of not loving the formulas for their liquid lipsticks anymore and going more towards their lippy sticks. Their lippy sticks are good, but they're not something I gravitate to all the time. I think mostly because I like to put something down and have it stay for a long amount of time. I drink a lot of water throughout my day, so I love their Ultra Satin Matte Lip formula. I think that's my ultimate favorite from them, but also their matte lips aren't too bad either. They're not super drying like some other ones. I reach for these all the time. This is just 6 in my huge collection over here, but I keep rebuying them because I know I can trust them to stay on my mouth all day long, and I love them. I just do. Guys, these are all of the things that I have been repurchasing over and over again, either for, again, new shades, or I have to rebuy it because I love it so much that I need it to stay in my collection. Even though there's fun stuff on the market to try, I still have to try new things. But then there are those staples that you just gotta have, right? Tell me the staples that you keep repurchasing, even though you are a makeup lover too, and that you want to try new stuff. What are your like holy grails that right now you're like, I will go buy that right now? Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you are new to my channel, I hope you take a quick moment to hit that subscribe button down below, click the bell, select all. Sorry to say it, but I have to keep doing it because YouTube's making it harder for you to find me. So you can catch up on all of the fun, loud, weird, unique videos I put out every single week. Bye, friends!